Hi, this is our program 7 on Day to Day with St. Joseph. So I last left you hanging with Joseph and Mary looking for Jesus in Jerusalem. The 12-year-old Jesus, he's lost. They had come up for the feast, the celebrations, the religious gathering in the holy city and to the temple. And then they left with the crowds, and assuming he was with somebody and old enough to know to get in a group heading back to Nazareth, all of a sudden they notice him missing. So we're going to talk about that. Mary and Joseph at the temple looking for Jesus. Now, just of the things we've already talked about, one, the word Josephinum, you can see I have my little house of Joseph now set up here. And, we spent big bucks and lots of pennies to put together a set for you that I could film at. This is actually the Holy Family scene for outside the house for Christmas, and it lights up. That's what that is. I found another use for it. I have a statue of Joseph, I have an icon of Joseph, I have a little statue of Joseph, and a teeny weeny statue of Joseph. So far I've gotten them all into the act here to have a Joseph connection. When we get to this scene of Joseph and Mary coming back, we can just first put it in human terms before I read from a book of an author about it. That same Jesuit author who had talked about the scene of them going up to the temple. Now he's going to paint the scene of them coming back looking for Jesus. But if you've ever lost someone dear to you in a big crowded place, it can be frantic. It can be very difficult. You can begin to really get on yourself. How did I let this happen? How did I let this person wander off? Somebody in my care. So I was once at a beach in New Jersey, and I was just throwing a football around with another adult, and we were in charge of watching a couple of kids. And next thing we knew, the little guy was wandered off somewhere. We didn't know where. And because we could not see him, we realized we had not noticed him missing for a while, several minutes. And so we immediately enlisted help of let's look for this young guy. And did he wander back to the hotel room to use the bathroom without asking anybody? Did he go into the ocean without asking anybody? He was a pretty small kid. That was kind of scary. We sent people there. That was the most dangerous spot he could be. Okay, we sent people on the beach that way. We sent people to the boardwalk that way. We sent people on the beach that way. I just remember until we actually found them about 12, 15 minutes later, far down the beach. I can remember the feeling I had. And in these days, when there is child abduction and people gone missing, the worst fears came up. I can imagine Mary and Joseph, they were put in trust of caring for the child Jesus, and all of a sudden they've succeeded for 12 years, but now he's gone missing. Well, it's a good thing this story is not one of the sorrowful mysteries, it's one of the joyful mysteries. It's the finding of Jesus at the temple. I can think of all the rosaries I've prayed, and you hit the 5th decade for the joyful mysteries, and you get this one. Well, it's one of the only stories of Jesus in his youth. I think that's one of the reasons why I liked it along the way, and I also like it has a happy ending. Some of the things I've thought of, though, about Jesus in this 12-year-old situation is his parents realized he was pretty mature. In the Jewish faith, he is now a man of age. Yes, at 12, and he's also shown a lot of responsibility, and I think that he's a very bright person, and they can trust him. And so he's probably very excited to go and see the the temple and celebrate Passover again, and then all the Passover celebrations that spill back to home, to Nazareth. He's probably engaged with a lot of conversation with people. He's probably a person that was so loving and good and inspiring that a lot of people wanted to talk to him along the pilgrimage way, going in and coming out. And so his parents probably thought, well, it's normal that he's just mingling. He's quite a social person. He's mingling and talking with people and listening to people. And I can think, when I was 12 years old, I think I also was given some surprising responsibility or trust. I remember I was permitted to go on the subway in New York City and head this way and that way. I was permitted to walk several blocks of the city, and I also could wander off in the country, in the woods, and just be gone for hours into oblivion. And parents figured I would come back, and well, I always did. But I think if my parents knew all the places I had wandered to, they might have been more worried. But in the end, they had put some trust in me, and I had earned it. So Jesus is missing, okay? And the author in the book here, he says that they sought and searched for the child on all the highways and byways, among all their acquaintances and all the streets. Remember, Jerusalem is quite a big city. But nowhere could they receive any information on his whereabouts. No, we haven't seen him. So great was their grief. Then they wondered, is this our parting with Jesus? Is he going to be on his own now? So should we thank God that we had a chance to raise him? But he's already quite the adult, even at 12. But they still continued to traverse every road and scrutinize every corner, hoping that they would run into him again. So I read to you last time that Jesus was likely in conversation with the scholars and even the great doctors, the intellectual doctors of the faith. And so when Mary and Joseph come upon him, there he is in the middle of everything, speaking with authority about the faith. And people are quite wowed by him, of what he is saying. He's drawn everybody's attention. His answers are so intelligent. His questions are so probing. His insights are so amazing, extraordinary. And he's questioned and cross-questioned by people who thought, well, this 12-year-old can't know more than we can he? And I think maybe in the back of the temple, there was someone that says, yes, actually, I think he would know more than you. And Joseph would know, having been with Jesus all those years, just how mature Jesus was. Joseph never was able to ask the kind of difficult questions or probing things that were now being asked of Jesus in the temple. But Joseph knew that Jesus was capable of just knowing about anything, about the Jewish faith and about life and about love. And so he was like, that's my boy. That's my boy Jesus, yes. There was a television show about a prodigy and a chess master, and it's about the mother of this child traveling around with her, and the mother doesn't know chess much, but she knows that she has a prodigy, and so she believes this girl could do anything, win anything, and the show is about how this young lady grows up and wows everyone. Well, Jesus is a wow figure for sure there in the temple. And our next program is going to be finding the child Jesus in the temple by Joseph and Mary. This tape was just looking for, but after 9 minutes, we run out of time. See you in tape 8. This is Father Barry reminding you to get this book, if you haven't yet, Consecration of St. Joseph by Donald Calloway. It's available at Divine Mercy Shrine in Stockbridge, Massachusetts, or online in many, many ways. And we're going to use it February 15th to March 19th in our day-to-day walk with St. Joseph and our Year of St. Joseph devotions. Thank you.